The void of life without fulfillment. In an ancient village, nestled between the hills and forests, there lived a man named Arvind. Arvind was a wealthy merchant, known for his vast fortune and thriving business. He had everything a person could wish for: land, gold, servants, and fine possessions. Yet, despite all his wealth, there was a sense of emptiness in his life. Arvind had no children, no relatives nearby, and his friends were few. Though his home was grand and his life appeared to be filled with material wealth, he often found himself wandering through his vast halls, lonely and unsure of his purpose. One day, while walking through his garden, Arvind encountered an old sage who had arrived in the village. The sage, a man of great wisdom, had lived through countless experiences and had seen both riches and poverty. He noticed the sadness in Arvind's eyes and approached him. "Why do you look so troubled, my friend?" the sage asked. Arvind sighed deeply. "I have everything that anyone could ever desire," he said. "I own land, I have gold, I live in a grand house, yet I feel an emptiness in my heart. I have no children to call my own, no relatives to visit or share my joys and sorrows with. My wealth seems to mean little when I am alone. What good is all this?" The sage, listening intently, smiled softly. "Arvind, your situation reflects a deeper truth. Let me explain. The house of a childless person," the sage continued, "is like a void. No matter how grand the walls, no matter how beautiful the rooms, a house becomes empty without the laughter of children or the joy of family. A childless person, no matter how much wealth they have, will never experience the fullness of life that family brings." Arvind listened carefully as the sage continued, "Similarly, to one who has no relatives, all directions are void. Without family or loved ones, a person's life becomes directionless. A man without relatives may have all the riches in the world, but he will have no one to share his joys, to give him guidance, or to provide companionship in times of need. Without relationships, a person is like a wanderer lost in an empty world." The sage paused and then added, "And as for the heart of a fool, it is also void. A foolish person is detached from wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Their heart is empty because they cannot appreciate the value of relationships or the importance of love, respect, and kindness. Their heart lacks the warmth and fullness that comes from understanding life's deeper meanings." Finally, the sage looked at Arvind with a thoughtful expression and said, "But perhaps the most profound emptiness is experienced by the poverty-stricken man. To one who is impoverished, all things seem void. Their life is consumed by the struggle for survival, and they have little room for joy, relationships, or fulfillment. Their every thought is absorbed by the lack of resources, and so, the world feels empty, no matter what is around them." Arvind sat in silence, deeply moved by the sage's words. For the first time, he understood that wealth alone was not the key to fulfillment. It was the love of family, the bond of relationships, and the richness of wisdom and understanding that filled life with meaning. He realized that no matter how many possessions he accumulated, they could never replace the warmth and joy that relationships and a meaningful life brought. The next day, Arvind began to reach out to relatives he had long neglected. He fostered new friendships and sought out the company of wise people. Over time, he found that the emptiness in his heart began to fade. Though his wealth remained, it was the bonds he formed with others that brought true richness to his life. Moral of the story: wealth, possessions, and status cannot bring true fulfillment. Life becomes meaningful only through relationships, love, and wisdom. Without these, life feels empty, no matter how much a person possesses. It is the warmth of family, friends, and a wise heart that fills the void and brings true happiness. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.